Hey y'all, welcome in. Thank you, Lucky. Thank you, thank you. Good morning. Let's see. Alright, and I will be right back. Give me like 30 seconds, okay? One moment. Alright, I'm back. Let's see. Alright, that should sound better. Plugged in my mic. Alright, so you said is a leadership role assistant principal or instructional coach? Alright, let's see. Alright, let's see. Alright, so for that type of question, I'm gonna do like 2 rows, okay? 2 spreads for yes or no, will it be this or that, okay? So let's see. Let me just get Lucky on the list. Alright. Alright. So Lucky, I'm getting you in the raffle right now real quick, so I don't forget. Alright, all good. Sorry. Let's see. All right, so for TT, will TT get the... Is the leadership role for TT the assistant principal or the instructional coach? All right, let's see for the assistant principal first. Okay, let's see. All right, so for TT, would TT be getting the assistant principal role? How's that looking? Okay. Would TT be getting the assistant principal role? Okay. Would TT be getting the assistant principal role? For the assistant principal role, I'm getting a no, more so because there could be someone who already has, not that you don't have the experience, but more experience than you, okay? Somebody is not ready to hand over that role just quite yet to you, okay? I don't see something with, especially with the death card reversed here, I don't see something changing when it comes to, oh, you did. Yeah, the username should always be CarChanneledTarot. I'll never change that because that's my original name, but I'm glad you recognized it. But yeah, for the assistant principal role, I'm getting a no for that one just because I feel like someone is, they're not ready to hand over a certain type of role to you quite yet, okay? At least not this year, okay? Um, let's see, because I see something kind of changing, or not changing, okay? Or there's somebody, could be someone older than you also that has more seniority, in the workplace that they may be thinking about giving the assistant principal role to, okay? So let's see. So when it comes to TT, would she be getting the instructional coach position? Let's see. Would TT be getting the instructional coach position? Yeah, I'm getting a yes, a celebratory yes for that one already, okay? When it comes to the instructional coach, okay, this is something that you will have to kind of like realign yourself with or get adjusted to, but I feel like you're really going to have a lot of fun with this type of role, like the instructional coach, okay? Let's see. So it is looking more positive when it comes to the second one. I was about to say the insistent, insistent, okay, instructional coach. Yeah, I'm getting a yes for the instructional coach, okay. Let's see. I feel like you'll enjoy that one better. So even if you, because I don't see you getting the assistant principal one, and I don't think you really enjoy that at this time, okay. But when it comes to the instructional coach, yes, I see a yes for that. And you're having fun while doing it. Let's see. Yeah, there definitely are two options, but they're already looking at you for the second one, okay? They kind of already have you in mind for the instructional coach. Let's see. Yeah, and I'm getting a definite yes for the instructional coach. I don't know if it has anything to do with dance or something, okay? Even if it doesn't, I see you having a lot of fun. There's a lot of celebrations and you enjoying this position, okay? So let's get some oracle. All right, let's see. If you're in here, make sure to like the video, double tap the screen, okay? Welcome in. All right, let's see. Whoa. All right, so for TT, would TT be getting the... I don't know why I can't remember that. Hold on. Assistant principal or the instructional coach. All right, let's see. And I'm going to do the same thing with the two spreads, okay? Yeah, again with the assistant principal, there's something about this role that, you know, something would kind of feel like too much at once, okay? And you're kind of dodging a bullet. We literally have dodging bullets in subway, railway, okay? Fated meeting reverse. Something about that position could also be very toxic or make you, you know, end up in a toxic mental state, okay? Like something may become too much. Um, Not because of you necessarily, but more so like, you know, the people that you would have to deal with, you know, parents, shitty people, you know, things like that. Okay. So um, it's kind of like you're being realigned or positioned for the right job for you. Okay. Or right role for you. Yeah. And then we have no good ones for the assistant principal. Okay. That's just the card. Not saying that you're not good for that. But I don't think you would really enjoy this assistant principal role, at least not right now. Okay, but let's see. Move these over. All right, so whoa, how would it be for TT? Yeah, we have spiritual hater. Okay, I feel like you have the credentials, okay, like for the assistant principal, but I do not see. I feel like you're gonna like be thankful that, you know, you're not in some sort of assistant principal role, if that makes sense. Okay, like you may be, you know, next year, whenever the new school year starts, um, you could see the new assistant principal if they decide to, you know, change that. You could see them going through things that you're like, ooh, I'm glad that's not me. Okay. All right. So let's see. And for TT, when it comes to the instructional coach, how would that be? What else does she need to know about the instructional coach role, position? Let's see. Yeah, something's already like planned out for you. Okay, strategic planning, mixed signals, reverse. So yeah, it's like almost set in stone that you would definitely be wanted for the instructional coach position. Okay, like there's no question. Let's see. Yeah, and something is less of a risk, anyways. Okay, look, we got too risky reverse. Okay, for the not the assistant, the instructional coach. Okay, so that's good at least. Let's see. Yeah, something's a I don't know why I want to say this, but a friendlier position, okay? Like I said, you would have more I almost said more money, okay? Because I was looking at the money management card here as well, but yeah, the second one looks a lot more promising, and I feel like you would be happier doing that, okay? Something would be less of a struggle. Yeah, we have amusement park. So something is more fun anyways, okay? The position that you would be getting. Yeah, and oops, I'm sorry if that sounded crazy. My mic is acting up. But we have retirement planning here as well. So you might actually, you know, you may be thinking, I don't want to do instructional. I want it to be the principal, you know, but even if you like you'll enjoy it, okay? It's going to be something that you want to do again or hope that you keep that position for a long time, okay? All right, let's get a few more. Yeah, ship, okay, and bank. Yeah, so you'll be happy with the money, okay, that you get from being an instructional coach. That would be another question, okay, but I'm not seeing a third person in this role, or not in this role, in this situation right now, though, okay? And then we have snack, obsession, physical attraction, sex appeal, okay, and addiction. So yeah, you would really start to kind of become addicted to, like in a good way, you'd become addicted to this instructional coach position, okay? You'll be able to be more creative as well, okay? All right. But that is what I'm getting for that question. Thank you, thank you. But yeah, even if you wanted the assistant principal position, I feel like you're dodging a bullet anyways. Like it's not something you would want to really take on right now when it comes down to it. Okay. So yeah, that's still technically, being in charge in a way, right? You still get to, tell people what to do or how to do it right. But yeah, I feel like you'll have a better time doing that. All right. Thank you, TT. Um, and who we are? Lucky. If you're in the chat now, let me know your first question, Lucky. Okay. And anybody else who's in here, make sure to read the pinned message for also the board as well. Okay. All right. Let's see. All right. Thank you, TT. And of course, y'all's timestamps will be posted after. All right. So you said, what do you need to know about Noah towards you? Let's see. All right. Your timestamp starts at 24:30. All right, let's see. All right, so for Lucky, what does Lucky need to know about Noah towards, what's Noah's energy towards Lucky currently? Let's see. Let's see. What's Noah's energy currently toward Lucky? Oops, this almost didn't want to come out. Okay. We got the 9 of Swords reversed. Be feeling kind of nervous, okay? They do still have positive emotions when it comes to this connection, but there's something about this connection right now when it comes to you that they are not sure if something is going to be stable, okay? Part of them feels like, I do want to connect, but also if I do connect with Lucky, will this be something that is worth it or stable in the long run, okay? Um, they are still very passionate about you, okay? But when it comes to the actual connection, that's where they feel not too, I'm hearing solid, not too sure about, okay? Let's see. Yeah, they're in their feelings right now, okay? We got the Ace of Cups, Knight of Wands, King of Cups, okay? I feel like they do want to talk to you, Eight of Wands and the Star card reverse here, okay? But they're insecure about it. So they have like hesitations when it comes to this situation right now toward you, okay? And then we have the Nine of Wands reverse. Yeah, so they may take their sweet time, Lucky, when it comes to this situation, especially when it comes to approaching you, because they are, I want to say, insecure. That's what keeps them held back. But they do still feel heavily and positive about you. But when it comes to the actual connection, that's what, keeps them from coming forward. Okay. And they are nervous. So let's see. Let's see. All right. So for Lucky, oops. Let's see. What is Noah's energy toward Lucky currently? Let's see. Yeah, they're very attracted to you. I don't know if you're worried about them not being attracted to you, Lucky, or not, but that's very positive here, okay? We got the Queen of Wands, but like I said, the energy when it comes to the situation and them actually taking action toward you is stagnant, okay? Let's see. Yeah, they stay in their head too much. They stay in their head too much about, how to say something to you. I'm hearing that song, Say Something, I'm Giving Up on You, okay? So this person, they definitely could be, I don't I don't want to say that. I don't want to call them weak, but like I said, they're thinking about it, but then they don't do anything. So let's see. And that's the holdup. Whoa. What is Noah's energy currently toward? Yeah, they stay isolated. They don't really take much actual physical action when it comes to the situation. But they do feel positively about you. But They're being kind of, what's the word for that? Like, that, I'm hearing sissy, okay? So that's what I got, okay? But let me get some oracle too. Let's see. You're welcome, TT. Yeah, they're breaking their own heart. Like, they could easily talk to you, but they choose to, keep the situation unbalanced by not approaching you. Yeah. Overall energy right now is they make themselves sad when it comes to this situation. They're a self-sabotager. Okay. That's that type of energy when it comes to Noah toward you right now. So let's get some oracle. Let's see. I'm glad the goal thing is back because I was literally Googling that and then it showed up on my YouTube yesterday. All right, let's see. So for Lucky, what is Noah's energy toward Lucky? Yeah, they make things difficult for themselves. We got challenger or challenge, adversity, okay, wisdom. They know what to do. They know exactly what they would have to do in order to have, a response from you or a connection with you, but they're not doing it. Yeah, hooked reverse. It's like they could also be afraid to get attached or reattached. So look what just came out too. So they run away. Okay, they flee when it comes to this situation, or they stay away. Okay, I don't think this person's even dealing with new love. Okay, even if they do have like people who want them, I don't really see them being very open to that either. Like they're afraid to get attached. So let's see. They could be trying to focus on work too, work-life balance, set the record straight. They're trying to focus. I don't know why I just heard Ford focus. Okay, I don't know if this person likes cars or trucks or anything, but I was hearing Ford focus. Let's see. Yeah, they look self-sabotage literally. They want love, but they're afraid to get too deep. That's their problem. So they stay stagnant. This is something they gotta continue to learn. We have continuous learning. Okay, they gotta continue to learn how to speak up and communicate. Post office delivery reverse, yeah. So it's like that's literally their fault. If they choose not to speak up or communicate or approach situations, then they're not gonna have what they want. You know, then they're gonna be alone. Let's see. Let's get a few more. Yeah, living room. This person could like go work and home for the most part. Okay. Yeah, income goals. Yeah, financial independence and time. They waste too much time. Procrastination. That's all they do is sit around in their head, knowing what they could do, but not doing it. You know. Look, and we have waiter. Waiter. So you would kind of have to, not have to, but um, you would end up waiting on this person or still wondering when are they going to reach out, because they're not taking action right now. Okay. Yeah, reconciliation. It came out reverse here. Rejected. They could be afraid of getting rejected too. Oops. Yeah, but look, like I said, they're their own blockage. We got deception, false illusion, scarcity mentality, clown, and again with the escaping. Skirt, quick getaway, the runner escaping. Yeah. So that's what I got for that one. Okay. Yeah. And at the bottom of the deck here too, delivery again, reverse. They're their own blockage. I've read. Let's see. All All right, so you said your next question is any guidance on the best career? Oh, okay. Let's see. So you want to know basically like what types of jobs? Is that what you're asking? Like you should do? I think I did a reading like that. I think it was a pick a card. I think I called it like what would you be good at or something for career. I like that question. All right, let's see. You can hear me okay? My mic keeps like falling into my uh fucking thingy. Oh, I don't know why I wanted to start with Oracle. Should we start with, let's stick to the basics, Celeste. Okay. All right, let's see. So for lucky, what is the best career path? What kind of field should lucky start indulging in? Let's see. What's the best career path for lucky? I don't know instantly why I heard lawyer, okay? Especially if you like to argue, okay? Like if you're good with your voice or arguing with people, getting your point across. I'm hearing chopping people up, okay? But verbally, okay? So I literally instantly heard lawyer, okay? But let's see. Yeah, something about, I don't know if you have Libra in your chart. We got the Two of Swords reversed here as well. um, Something about your voice and you being able to argue or get points across, okay? Excuse me. It could be like spokesperson type of energy as well, okay? um, Definitely something that you won't have to necessarily stay quiet in, or something that you would be able to speak up about, whether it's for yourself or others, okay? I'm hearing representative or representing something. Yeah, don't, what do they call it? What's it called when you get a lawyer or something? Someone's representing you, right? Something along those lines, okay? Let's see. Advocate, also advocate, okay? Something to do with being an advocate for maybe people who are left out in the cold, okay? Could also have something to do with like shelters, getting people back on their feet. Yeah, it's really giving like helping people navigate their way through tough times or struggles, trying to rebalance their life, get their life back on track. So I also want to say, like, I'm hearing financial advisor, but like a life coach, okay? Something about a life coach where you'd be good at helping people get their shit together, okay? Let's see. Yeah, helping people see a future, okay? Three of Wands. It could also have something to do with like what you have been through. Okay, like you could have a personal, um, what's it called? A personal, like when you go through stuff, you can talk about it, or you're better at talking about it because you know exactly how it is, right? So maybe something about, or something that you've been through that you made it out of, or that you will make it out of in the future, could be significant. Okay, let's see. Yeah, it's really giving something about you helping people get their mojo back, like get their passion back, like talk life into people. Okay, let's see. Could also be like therapy, but it's more than therapy. It's like pep talks. So let's see. Mm-mm-mm. Yeah, it's like you something some sort of job that I don't know why I keep getting lawyer stuff. Like I just heard tort, civil tort. You'll have to look that up. And I'm looking at the King of Swords here too. Okay, so I feel like you would be a good authority for people. Um, Advocating for people, even if it's not lawyers, could be like victims of something. Yeah, and something about that. Okay, let's see. Yeah, literally helping people find their strength again. Okay, we have the strength card. You might have Leo in your chart, don't have to. Yeah, after painful endings. Okay, Ton of Swords. Showing people that they can do it, that they can be somebody. after struggles, you know. Let's see. Helping people find work. Yeah. Eight of Pentacles reverse. So what do they call it? Shoot. What do they call it? Isn't it agencies? Do you know what I'm talking about? Not travel agencies. Doesn't have to be that, but like for jobs. What do they call that? Temp, job temp, jump, jump. Why can't I talk today? Job temp or temp jobs. I think that's what it's called, right? Well, you're on your way there with the public service. So I feel like you would definitely, you know, with the helping people, guiding people, literally guiding people is significant here. Yeah, girl. I'm picking up on something about like lawyers, legal system, therapy. But like I said, it's more than therapy. It's something that you would actually be like changing people's lives, you know, not just having a session and going about their day, you know, hoping that they do better. This is like you would have people who have testimonies. You would have a testimony, and then you would have other people who would have testimonies like recommending you. Oh, you know, you got in a workplace dispute, go to Lucky. You know what I'm saying? Like people would be recommending you with because you would be really good at that, okay? So let's see. And then we have the Four of Pentacles, okay? So I feel like it has something to do with money and or shelter, finding shelter, helping people who are broke. Okay, like something about that. Let's see. Um, let's see. Yeah, I'm gonna pull some oracle in a second because it's starting to repeat itself with the tarot. But definitely something where you would be able to help people get out of oh my god, what is up with my speech today? I know it's bad, but like I feel like it's extra. It's tripping today. Okay, but helping people get back on their feet after being in a funk is what I was trying to say. Okay. I'm getting like shelters, not necessarily real estate, but that, you know, of course is something that you could help people find homes, you know, that could be something as well, but I'm getting more so like, you know, if Sarah is in a bad situation, she may be in an abusive relationship or whatever the case, she needs a place to stay, you know, helping house people like that. I think there's something called like Habitat for Humanity. So but yeah, I'm not getting like real estate. I'm getting something about just helping people find a place to stay that's safe. Hmm. All right, let's see. Let's get some oracle. I'm trying to think of I can. It's like on the tip of my tongue. It's not opportunist. I don't know what the word is. Let's see though. Um, it's advisor, aid, advocate, spokesperson, speaking up for people who can't speak up for themselves. You know, something along those lines. Okay. Let's see. Okay, so for Lucky, what type of field for her career would Lucky or should Lucky indulge in? Let's see. Yeah, look, as I just said that we have fear, okay? So helping people who are afraid of feeling like or afraid of not believing in themselves. There's something about that, okay? Like, yeah, career transition came out here too. Okay? You would help or you would be really good at helping people find jobs, stability, especially after really bad moments in their life, okay? After bad tower moments, if you will, okay? Could also be something helping with addicts, okay? We have drunkard here, so that would be another example like with, you know, it's I think they call it like sober living or something, okay? literally helping people get sober, or at least if you're not helping them actively get sober, you would help somebody who's going through like addiction um, find a place to go to rehab, provide them with resources and things like that. Okay. Um, Also, I think you know about your birth chart. I think we've talked about that before, right? Um, but the yeah, I would definitely look into that too. Absolutely. Um, Look into your midhaven. That's also your career, like what you're kind of meant to do. Like I'm a Virgo midhaven, so like healing, health stuff, being analytical, things like that. I've always done stuff like that in different forms. Hospitality, service industry, especially is big with Virgo. So if you know your midhaven, definitely look into that. That could help a lot too. And we have entrepreneur reverse. Okay, so maybe you don't necessarily want to work for yourself, but you could also have like a side job at the same time. Okay, or you could do multiple things. Okay, like you could have two jobs. You could be a I don't know why I want to say like a rehab clerk. Okay, like you could be someone who works at a rehab facility, and you could also have a job where, you know, you do something more fun, but you're still like helping people. You know what I'm saying? It's something like that. You have an Aquarius midhaven? Okay, okay. Hmm. So that would probably be something a little bit out of the norm, or like I'm here, like yeah, like a odd job. I'm not saying the job itself is odd, but something that people don't typically think of, but it's a thing. You would also make a lot of memories. Okay, it could have something also to do with the health field in a way, like yeah, because Aquarius is humanitarian. I'm looking at the memories reverse card here. Like I said, it's like you would be speaking life back into people, or you would help people remember things. Um, like if a patient or if somebody was going through, I don't know, dementia. Like I'm not saying they could necessarily get their whole memory back, but like with your help, like you would be able to get people feeling more established, even with their current struggles, if that makes sense. Okay. Um, and Aquarius people typically like pets too. Sometimes I feel like more than humans. But even if it's like vet stuff, if you want to help animals, you could be helping animals get back on their feet, healing animals and things like that. Okay. Let's see. Definitely something with helping people and or bringing, not literally necessarily, but bringing people back to life, helping people understand that there's more out there for them, helping people understand, or yeah, revival is what I'm going to say. Okay, revival. Let's see. We got Aries energy. And there's something about memories. See, this is the other memories card here too. Photograph reverse, and the other memories card was reversed too. I'm hearing remember where you came from. Like you would be helping people remember they can do this. Something very inspirational. Okay. Let's see though. Yeah. Again, with the helping people find their mojo, bring life back into them. Nightclub, dance floor, neon lights. Could have something to do also with mobility. Okay. Because now I'm seeing patients like in a home. I'm channeling right now. Like also how like certain addicts like they kind of are shaky or whatnot. What is that disease called? Parkinson's disease sometimes too. Like aiding people in that so that they don't have to live a life with like, no one to help them. I hope that makes sense. Okay. Let's see. Yeah, being a friend, even if it's just a part of your job, it would be being a friend to people who don't really have other people and helping them get back on track, if that makes sense. Okay. It's giving life coach, advisor, something with resources. Okay. And I feel like people would not only see you, like a mentor, okay? Okay, there we go. I'm trying to think of the words, but we have squad reverse. Okay, so even if you're not these people's actual friend, you would be, because I'm hearing that. Thank you for being a friend. Okay, so let me get two more. We got reader reverse. Okay, and emotional intelligence. Yeah, you would be very good at it because you know. I want to say like you know what it's like, or you can empathize with people very well without making them feel like exposed. Okay, that's what I got. I also have Taurus energy here too. Stability. I keep hearing that blurry song. I don't want to say like you would be acting like a prophet or something, but it's like it's giving Jesus. Make a blind, you can make a blind man see. Okay. But let's see. All right. So you said your third question, what next step should Lucky take in this new year uh to get to that point? Okay, let's see. When it comes to your career, right? All right, let's see. What steps should Lucky take? Mhm. Let's see. What steps should Lucky take in this new year to get to the point of what we just talked about for career? Okay, we got the Chariot. You may have to sign like legal documents, okay, or because thinking of the police with the Chariot, okay, that's also my police card. Um, so you may have to like do something legal or get something certified specifically. So if you haven't already, take certain classes or sign up for certain classes, that's definitely a way for you to start getting your foot in the door when it comes to stuff like that. Okay. Um, let's see, but yeah, something you would have to like sign or be certified when it comes to this, like whatever path you decide to go down. Okay, let's see, like something would have to be confirmed, that you can do this, that you can have a job, that you can do that. Okay, let's see. Yeah, don't try to. I'm not saying you would do this, but make sure that something's solid, as in, do you have your papers? Do you have Did you sign on the dotted line? did you uh did you take the 6 month course? Did you did you do that? Because we need to see those papers. Okay, we need to see that something's real. Okay, um because you might want to do something or try to find a job that doesn't require you to have certain papers or certificates just to get there faster, but it would be better for you to do something and make sure that something is certified. Okay, or that you have the right credentials, rather than just trying to find it. You know what I hope that makes sense. Like, picture you're trying to become a hairstylist if you don't have like if you never went to cosmetology school, but maybe you found a job that allows you to cut hair freely, without a certificate. Eventually down the line, you'd probably get in trouble because you can't really do that. So it's something about making sure you have the right documents and papers and stuff, to prove that you can do something. Even if you want to take a shortcut, even if you just want to jump right into it, take the long way. Okay, that'll be the safer route. Let's see. Yeah, better to be safe than sorry. Okay, Nine of Swords reversed, so you don't have to worry about someone, Lucky, you can't do this here. You may be good at what you do, but you can't. Where's your certificate? Something about that. Like, okay, so let's see. Even if a company lets you walk in and do the job, make sure that they even have their credentials, okay? Or someone's certified and things like that. Yeah, because Three of Swords. You may even have to check other people's, what do they call it? Rap sheet? Reputation? Be careful of who you apply for, okay? Make sure that they're, I don't know why I'm hearing saline. Make sure that they're saline. Make sure that they're clean, like the company itself, okay? There's something about that. So even if you have your certificates and, proper documents and IDs and whatnot, you would have to make sure that, be careful of the companies that you apply for, okay? Um, there's some shady business going on here, okay? And then we have the Six of Swords reverse, okay? Yeah, something would not be finished. I don't think that's on your part, but I'm just throwing that out there too, because, you know, you never know, but make sure that something is official. That's the word, official, because you don't want to have to restart. You know what I'm saying? You don't want to have to, or get in trouble, Um, and again, be careful of the places that you apply to, because something could be legal if you don't do that. Okay, I hope that makes sense. I don't know what that's about, but let's see. Make sure that you finish something all the way through, even if it's hard work. Let's see. So what steps should Lucky take to get to the career path we just talked about? Wheel of Fortune, Judgment, okay? So yeah, something will make you happy. We have the Sun card here too, okay? Something also could be significant around Leo season. That's end of July, August. So like the end of summer, fall time, could be significant about that. Yeah, you could be starting a new job or something to do with one of these paths around that time next year. Yeah, I think it has something to do with the legal system. We got the justice, okay? So what is that saying? I'm hearing it, all is fair in love and war or something. I think that's the saying. But anyways, you might go for the legal one. Something to do with the justice system. And you're gonna like I feel like you'll, with the Empress here, I feel like you'll like the way you can dress for work, okay? Also make sure to dress the part, you know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know what type of clothes you wear, obviously, but dress for the job you want. You know how they say that? Excuse me, dress for the job you want. Yeah, you may have to dress a little bit more mature. I'm not saying you dress immature, okay? Don't take that the wrong way. But with the Empress and the Page of Cups reverse coming out here, make sure that you might feel like it makes you look older or something, okay? But business casual looks good on. I think business casual looks great over certain other outfits that younger people wear, but it's all opinion, right? But when it comes to this type of job, you may have to upgrade or up your wardrobe in some type of way. Even before, because that's also a part of manifesting too, right? Make sure that you're dressing for the type of career you want, the type of job you want, what type of attention you want. You know what I'm saying? Um, so let's see. Something about your attire. Okay. Let's see. Make sure that your car is good as well, okay? Something I'm hearing tire when I said attire, okay? So make sure that your car is good. Make sure that you have transportation or the proper transportation, okay? Let's see. Because depending on where these jobs are, or even the classes that you might have to take, or the places that you may have to go, I don't know why I'm hearing Dr. Seuss. So it could have something to do with having a doctorate or something like that, okay? Um, what is that book by Dr. Seuss? What is it called? Something, The Places Will Go or something. I'm seeing that. Okay, so you may end up even working with children or younger people as well. Let's see. So what are some steps that yeah, magician. Okay. and the Death card reversed. So the only thing that you would have to change about, I want to say like your physical, you don't have to change who you are. I'm not saying that, but when it comes to your attire, something about the way you look may not, you know how people ignorantly say, like, people told me this all the time growing up, like, you don't look how you talk, or you don't sound how you look, okay? Like, okay, like, but it's something about Magician, Death card reverse, and the Eight of Wands upright. I feel like you're gonna have to, or the way you'll look may not, like, don't change who you are, is basically what I'm saying. I hope that makes sense. I feel like I just said a lot. Okay, but don't change who you are, but your appearance may look more quote unquote mature or maybe even older to you, okay? So you may not like the way you have to dress or the type of attire that, whatever job you enter would have you be wearing, okay? But that doesn't mean you have to change who you are inside, okay? I hope that makes sense. Okay? I just realized I didn't even pull Oracle yet. Okay, let's see. All right, let's see. Let's use this one. All right, let's see. So for Lucky. All right, so what steps can Lucky take to get on the path that she wants to be on when it comes to one of these careers? Make sure you put yourself out there too, okay? Don't be afraid to connect with people. This is giving business meetings, business lunches, business dinners, um, like we have strengthening relationships here, corporate consensus, time will bring a surprise, okay? Um, and we have fear of touch as well, reverse. So you may be kind of like, I don't want to talk to these people, or I don't want to connect with blah blah blah, but you'd be surprised at what it could actually, what doors, you might get into if you connect with certain people. Even you could still keep it professional while being friendly, you know what I'm saying? um so definitely network yourself, okay? Nothing wrong with that. That's something I always encourage. But yeah, make sure you have good connections slash workplace relationships with people around you, okay? Because people are going to be wanting to look you up, okay? We have looking you up. Maybe even create like business cards for yourself down the line, depending on what it is that you do, okay? Even if it's not your own business, doctor da 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 da, here's my business card, even if you're out and about. Oh, you need help with this, like, I do this. Thank you, it's something about like advertise yourself, okay? Don't be afraid to advertise yourself. um let's see. Yeah, you got to get the ball rolling, but you got to put yourself out there, okay? Otherwise, things may take a lot longer than you may want them to, okay? So let's see. Also, make sure to take care of your mental health, okay? Because there are obstacles suffering from mental health, okay? So make sure that you're still taking care of you, um, your internal nature, okay? Let's see. Yeah, because things may be very stressful, okay? Look at him. He doesn't look too happy, does he? Okay. We have lost soul, struggle, defeat, confusion, wanderer, seeker of clarity, okay? You may also have a lot of attention on you down the line, okay, with whatever career you choose, okay? We have spotlight here, but it may be stressful, okay? You may eventually start to feel like you are always having to put on a face, okay? Which also leads me back to make sure that you're being yourself. Like, you don't have to, even if you have a more professional job, you don't have to be, hi, my name is Lucky, 24/7. You don't have to be like too serious, if that makes sense, okay? You can still be yourself, and that's where the relationships also tie in to you putting yourself out there, connecting with people, networking yourself, things like that, okay? So that way people know who you are too, not just your profession, if that makes sense, okay? Like, you don't have to be, You don't have to put on a face 24/7 because I feel like that will get exhausting. Okay, let's see. Yeah, we have caught a case. Okay, so again, make sure that you're keeping up with your mental health and everything like that. But also, I feel like that's a part of the justice system again. Okay, so let's get a few more. Let's see. But I do see, yeah, excessive anxiety, overwhelm. Make sure that you're careful about that. Okay, let's see. And we have street. Again, something about your vehicle or however you choose to get to these places that you're going to have to go. Make sure that you have transportation regardless, okay? Whether that's Uber, the train, the bus, somebody taking you to work, or to these places that you have to get certified, etc. Make sure that you have access to transportation, okay? Or backup plans when it comes to transportation. Let's see. I'm sorry if this feels like a long reading, but I just dropped my card. Hold on. That's the time management reverse card. Make sure you make time for yourself. Okay. All right, let's see. Let's get a few more for Lucky. What steps can Lucky take to Yeah, because you're the most important person in this situation. It's your life, right? I'm hearing that It's My Life song. Who is that by? Is it Bon Jovi? I don't know. I heard it a lot as a kid. But remember that this is your world, okay? What you want to do is what you want to do. And don't ever, I'm not saying give up on anything, but make sure that you're still taking time out for yourself, okay? Nothing is worth you having to feel like when you wake up, oh my God, I'd rather go jump off the edge of I-95 or I-94 than go to work. You know what I'm saying? Okay. Um, so time management is very important. Okay. Let's see anything else. 3 months from now. Okay. So you might get started officially, or get started sooner than later. Okay. Something about 3 months. And then we have music and charmer. A lot of this is going to have, yeah, passion. Okay. You're going to enjoy it, but, something about you is going to be very charming, or you're going to have to be charming. Like I said, put yourself out there. Okay. Hope that makes sense. Yeah. Because you may want to stay in your own bubble, but that would keep you stagnated. I'm not saying you wouldn't move forward if you didn't network, but networking would really catapult you, okay, in a positive way. Okay, let's see. Yeah, and again, look what just came out: parties, okay, gatherings, events, social gatherings, okay. So, something about you putting yourself out there could also get you into a lot of doors, not just for fun, but for like, work meetings, work parties, meeting people who can put you on, or get you into certain jobs, even because you put yourself out there. Okay. I'm literally where I live right now. I am literally surrounded by 4 different lawyers. So, it's lawyer house, lawyer house, lawyer house, lawyer house. So, and when I'm out on the town, sometimes I see them literally like at the pub, you know, and they're in their business attire. You know what I'm saying? Like they go out, they have their drinks, they talk business, and they do whatever they do after that. So, but yeah, that is what I got for you. I'm sorry if that was long. But I like that question. That's good. That's a good question. All right. You are very welcome. Thank you, thank you. I would do more career reads, but I feel like most people don't, they only want to know about uh the messy stuff. But I might incorporate more with career reads, maybe pick a cards. We'll see. I try to do the majority of what people watch. So I got to come up with new ideas every day, you know. All right, you have a good one if you're leaving, okay? The list is open. Make sure to like the video, y'all, if you are in here, okay?